All right, what were some of your favorite places to go as a kid or a teenager? Are those places still around? Tony is still upset that they closed Spencer's Gifts near his favorite mall.
Lots of places have come and gone over the years. Spencer's Gifts is still at the Galleria, by the way. And with those changes,
don't go in there, by the way.
with those changes come memories. For example, so many musical memories have been made at the Oak Mountain Amphitheatre, but now it's set to be demolished after being sold to the city of Pelham.
So UAB psychologist Dr. Klapow is trying to comfort Tony Kurre, who's really having a problem with this. Tony, you okay?
I lived out there. And I was telling you guys, people don't remember, it was New Era. Tony Ruffino was still with us, Johnny Ruffino, Jay Wilson, Gary Weinberger, all those guys. And so when we came in town in 1988 on Christmas Day, Classic Rock 99, there was no classic rock station in this town for like 7 or 8 years. Those old K99 days. And so when we came in town, man, New Era was like, hold on a sec. Every classic rock band that's bypassed Birmingham for 10 years now, we have a reason to bring them in because they knew we were going to promote the bejeebers out of them, and so we did. And so there were nights where I'd spend the night out there, and I would not shower, Mike, sorry, and I'd just drink, get on, Hank Williams Jr.'s bus, walk off, and go do my show the next day and get ready for Crosby, Stills, and Nash the next evening. I mean, I hated that place because I was out there 3 or 4 nights a week, but there was nothing.
You love it.
But there
Great
were
memories.
so many
memories.
I mean, I could write a book.
Yeah.
I certainly couldn't talk a lot about those things on this family-friendly show you have here. But I mean, I got stories about Jimmy Buffett and Stevie Nicks and Robert Plant. Stevie Ray Vaughan was one of his last shows he ever played there. Joe Cocker.
You definitely need to write
I broke up with my longtime girlfriend because I hung up on Hank Williams Jr.'s bus one night.
I'd leave that chapter out. Dr. Klapow, though, listen.
We done with their segment now?
We can. But a lot of people have felt that way. Eastwood Mall, Century Plaza Mall, places like that.
Schools, when they're taken down, for different reasons, you're attached to a building or a place.
Why do you think the Great Lady's still up? Why is that? Why is Legion Field still up?
They still use it.
Yeah.
Seriously, we have so many other places we can play.
Why is that? How do we get so attached?
It's because, I mean, we've talked about music, and we've talked about nostalgia. And one of the things that's really important is as we develop, we incorporate, the memories of our youth there. And the nice thing about being human is we can kind of modify those memories how we see fit to either be, better or worse, et cetera, like the ones he just described, although from what he's told me about, they're probably true, but they mean so much to us. And so here is the example, and I don't know, this is sort of a sad example, but we think about when people's homes are destroyed in a fire, right? And when you talk about it's just a home, you can rebuild, you're okay. And yet the level of, right, well, that's what this is. I mean, it's not your home, but when you have your memories there, then the building being destroyed, even though you have your memories, absolutely destroys a part of you.
What is it about reflection? No matter how far it is in the past or how near it is, what is it about reflection that is so human?
It's how we learn. So if you really want to get to sort of the hard wiring, if we didn't remember anything, then we could get ourselves into trouble. But it's also tied to our emotions. That's the thing. So when we think backwards, we're not thinking backwards, we're feeling backwards.
Well,
I love that.
I learned this from him. It's a lot of times, it's like breaking up with a girlfriend and then getting back with her 3 or 4 years and go, what happened to us? Why didn't things work? And you start dating again, you're like, now I remember. You only remember the good things. Your past. You don't. We only remember the good things. You don't want to remember the bad things. You want to remember the good things. And so we remember all those wonderful memories. We don't remember the night we, locked my keys in the car at the concert, the Poison concert. But I remember every other night. I remember sleeping in the back seat of someone's car one night after the Poison concert. So
yes. But I think the high school part to me that's big. I mean, because that's where a lot of memories are for a lot of people. Mine's still standing, by the way. But a lot of people, theirs aren't, and so that's a factor. When you process that, with the big picture, though, is there a lesson to be learned from that?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things that's really changed for us is social media. The reason I think it's important is a lot of those things that were memories only now are sort of being brought back into our reality. Old pictures that somebody you went to high school with, they found it and they brought up, or even just people that we heard about.
Everybody does Throwback Thursday.
Exactly.
On
Even products, Nintendo.
Yes, and so what it does is it's not just a memory. Now the memory is really cued and reinforced. And again, I go back to the same thing. It's the emotions. It's what we felt.
Well, we look forward to Tony's book, Sentimental Lady. Looking forward to it. We'll be right back.